at the time of visit, and when the visitor arrives, he or she checks in and gets access credentials, such as QR code, card, face, or fingerprint. QR code is sent to visitor or host via email automatically after check-in. So for check-in, there are 3 different application scenarios. They are firstly, neither receptionist nor visitor terminal is deployed. Secondly, without receptionist, but visitor terminal is deployed. Thirdly, with receptionist. If neither receptionist nor visitor terminal is deployed, HikCentral Pro user can enable check-in not required if reservation confirmed. Then, for the successfully reserved visitors, at the entry time, they will be checked in automatically and receive the QR code via email for accessing. And if there is not receptionist but visitor terminal is deployed for check-in, on visitor terminal, visitors can check in for themselves, no matter they reserve in advance or not. And if visitor terminal is connected with visitor pass card printer via the USB port, visitors can print visitor pass with QR code on it. If not, they still can use the QR code in email. And if there is receptionist can help visitor to check in on HikCentral Pro web client or on visitor terminal. Let me show you how to check in for unreserved visitors and reserved visitors on web client. Enter visitor check-in or out module. There are 2 options for check-in: unreserved visitor check-in and reserved visitor check-in. For unreserved visitor check-in, fill in visitors' information and access information, what is the same as visitor reservation, but different from reservation. For check-in, receptionists can manage credentials for the visitors, including the card or fingerprint. Click Configure. Then visitors can use card or fingerprint to access. For reserved visitor check-in, you can search visitor via their reservation code or phone number or ID number. You can check in for this visitor or edit visitor information for this reserved visitor. And all the information and access level configured at reservation for these visitors will be automatically got on the system. Admin user also can configure the credentials for this visitor during the check-in. The efficiency of check-in is improved with reservation. After check-in, the QR code can be found in email or on visitor pass. Receptionists can click Print to print visitor pass for visitor. You can modify the template of visitor pass here. HikCentral Pro users can monitor visitors' access record, check the card swiping record. Here you can check the visitor's record in today. For history visitors' access record, you can go to Access Control module and search Identity Access. Filter the time, for example, current week, and select Access Points, and select Visitor and search. Finally, before the visitor leaves, they need to check out. For visitor checkout, there also are different conditions. If you want visitors to self-service checkout, you can go to Basic Configuration and configure self-service checkout point. Click Add and select the self-service checkout point. Then the visitors can check out at the points according to the assigned access level. And if you prefer auto checkout, go to Basic Parameters, Visitor Checkout. Enable auto checkout for visitor after effective period. And you also can trigger alarm and configure event alarm, and if the visitor do not check out after the valid time, platform will receive alarm. In addition, HikCentral Pro user can manually check out for visitors. Go to Visitor Checkout part, and you can search visitor here. Receptionist can search by swiping a card or password, scanning a QR code, or entering a visitor name or phone number or ID number or reservation code. A web client, you also can view all the checked-in visitors here and select who you want to check out. Click Checkout and confirm. Until now, this is the completed process for visit, reservation, check-in, and checkout. HikCentral Pro provides some advanced functions for visitor management. The first one is watch list. We can use the watch list to monitor specific visitors for security or other purposes. The watch list contains entities. It can be individual visitors, companies, or countries or regions that need to be monitored in the visitor reservation or check-in process. Before we add any entities, firstly add a category and configure match method. Click Monitored Entity Type. And configure the match method. Then we can add entity into watch list. Click Add. Entity types include person, company, country, or region. If you want to add a person into watch list, fill in first name, last name, and select type, which we just added as category. Or you can add a company or country region as entity in watch list. Here, let us test what we will get when we reserve or check in for entity in the watch list. We will get a pop-up window telling us this person is in the watch list, and you can view the detailed information and consider to allow or reject a reservation for this visitor. The other function is checking visitor information. In this page, you can add or edit visitors group and view visitors added in these groups. For these visitors, you can delete them or reserve again or check in again for them. In addition, if you do not want this visitor to visit again, you can move this visitor into block list. Then, for the visitors in the block list, you cannot reserve again or check in again for them. That brings us to the end of this course. Look forward for our next meeting.